Kenny here with Gardening Simplified. It's April 15th. Some of you might think it's tax day or think of it that way. I think it's another taxing day in the garden. But let's look at the garlic. Now, we've already started harvesting garlic for those of you that follow along. In fact, this whole row here was garlic, or almost all of it. And we just got finished today. We had some more squash plants that needed to be put out. And I'll give you an example. This plant here was germinated at the same time as this plant here. You see the difference when you leave them in a cell tray and when they can reach out into the ground? That's the reason why I don't attempt to grow with containers too, is because these plants can thrive really well when they can reach the roots out into this garden. If you actually seen the roots on some of the squash plants, it's a magnificent sight as far as how many roots they can put out in a short time. But anyway, we just put these out. Hopefully they'll get established here. It's going to be a little overcast and maybe some rain. But we're talking about garlic. And what I want to talk about garlic to a lot of you that's not familiar, some might be familiar, just hang in there. This is my elephant garlic, and in the South, and a lot of people say elephant garlic isn't a true garlic. Well, you know, everyone can say, and they can say what's what, but it tastes like garlic. It looks like garlic. I say it's garlic. But we're not going to talk so much about varieties of garlic, except we're going to talk about garlic scapes. Now, this is one part of garlic that people do not give enough credit to. A lot of people snap these off and I snap them off because it affects the, and we got a garlic cat down here too, but it affects the energy that the plant's got, not focusing on bulb production. It's going to be focusing on seeds. Now, we don't use seeds, and I've said that in past videos. And with this scape coming out of there, it's going to burn up a lot of energy. And so what we do when these come out, we get down here real close and we just pop these off like this. Now, this scape here is a wonderful part of the garlic. It's just dripping juice out of there, and this juice is so sweet because what that is it's sending nectar up there for this flower. It's got to attract some pollinators, and they really do like the flowers, but we like the scapes. Now, we do carry these to the market, and the more and more people get familiar with them, because you don't find them in the store, they come back over and over because they just love that wonderful flavor. I can sit out here in the garden and just eat one of these. They're nice and tender. They've got a good garlic flavor, not too strong. And you can use the whole thing. The flower head that's there and all. Now, I try to catch them all before the flowers open up. Now, occasionally you'll find one when it starts coming up, and it might have a little bit of opening like that, but that doesn't affect it. But if it's in full bloom, I would just snap them off, but I never wait till that long. But another thing about garlic scapes for me is it lets me know that my garlic is almost ready to harvest. So as I pick these scapes off, and I'll let them grow for the rest of the week. I harvest them on Friday, and I'll harvest some more of these unless they really get big, because some of these are getting pretty good size. But if they really get big, I'll go ahead and harvest them. But I just want you to know that if you don't know about garlic scapes and the flavor, that you need to start trying them. And another thing about garlic scapes, you can harvest these, put them in a freezer bag, just stick them in the freezer, and they'll be ready to use at any time. You can use these in place of garlic. If you don't like real strong garlic, I'd say grow elephant garlic. If you want more flavor for them, you can just add more of the garlic to make it more potent. But it's one of the wonderful things about it is that it does shoot up these scapes, and that is something special for only this time of year. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this short little video. And of course, if you want to see more like this, just hit that subscribe, hit the bell, select all, give it a big thumbs up, and share this video. Enjoy that gardening experience.